Hello, Bill Batson here, Batson Enterprises. Today I'm doing a how-to video on our shrink tubing, heat shrink. So today we're going to start with our heat shrink. We have 4 different heat shrinks. We've got the black X-Flock, we've got the black and red X-Flock, we've got the blue X-Flock, and then we got our new non-X X-Flock. Nice and feels really nice in the hand. All right, so today we're going to show you how we apply it. So take a piece of EVA or Hypalon or cork or any media. You're just going to slide this over the media. What I do is I just find a piece and we're going to put it over this piece, and I usually leave a good inch on each side, right? And I'm guesstimating here, right? I'm going to cut this to the desired length. Voila. So now I've got my piece. So this is what I'm going to use today. So personally, I do it before I put the grip on the rods, right? So I've got this fancy little handy dandy little piece to hold it, because I'm going to be using 3M Super 77 multi-purpose adhesive. This is what I use. Some people don't put any adhesive. I'm not a big fan. I've seen it spin and it comes off. So I don't get the thing all over myself. I'm going to come like this. I'm going to spray this with Super 77. Okay, you slide it down the grip. Like I said, I gave it a couple extra inches on both sides. So I'll run it about 1.5 inches there. A little more, right? You grab your fancy dancy heat gun and you turn it on and get it nice and hot. What I like to do is I like to start from the middle and work my way through, and you'll see as we go, it will start to shrink. So this is why they call it heat shrink. So nice and simple. As you can see, you'll see it as it heats up, it'll start to shrink. And like I said, I like to start from the middle and work my way one way and then the other. All right, you can see it shrinking, obviously. I'm just going to rotate this thing. As you saw, I got some shrinkage out of it already. And you'll know when it's done because it'll start to wrap around. See how it's wrapping around? Looks like a Tootsie Roll. So we got it a ways, a little bit. Careful whenever you put a heat gun down. I like to squeeze it, push the air out that you've got in it. It gets a little warm. Nice and simple. We're going to do that. That turns it off, so don't mind the noise. So I'm going to pull it off, right? I'm going to make sure it looks good. Everything's good here. I'm going to take my scissors. I'm going to cut the ends of this Tootsie Roll off. And I'll show you what I'm going to do after. So I cut a little bit off. Both ends. Leaving enough for me to roll it. Alright, so you have this. You have a little Tootsie Roll on the end here. So what I like to do is I like to push it down to where my diameter is. So I'm cutting this to match the inner diameter, right? Like that. So you'll see, I'll come back, a little bit of the Super 77 spray, kind of angle it in and get it on the inside lip. Alright, go back to my heat gun and heat this up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat this up pretty warm, and you'll see it shrink some more. And then what I'm going to do, well, that's what I'm going to do after this. Okay, so I heat it up good. I've got some glue in there. I turn it off. I put it down on the counter and I hold it. All right, so what I'm doing is I'm making it look like this, flat on the edge, and I'll show you why here in a minute. So basically, I wanted those edges rolled, and I do it before so I can get the edges to roll. The reason I want the edges to roll is so when I put my reel seat up, you can't see the edge, right? You're not going to see it. Everything seals nice and easy. And you put your butt cap on, you don't see any edge. So there is our demonstration for heat shrink. If you have any questions, follow us on social media. Go to Batson Enterprises. Build to fish. Have a nice day. Thank you. you.